Good evening, everybody. This is Vonda Evans with another Single and Satisfied, waiting for everybody to start checking in from all across the world. I am excited to say, uh, let's see what's going on. All right. Okay, I'm seeing some people come on now. When you check in, tell me where you're from so I can give you a shout out. Okay, I'm ready. I am waiting. Let's see. Okay. All right. See where we coming from. The States. Okay. Angela Perkins. Good evening from Little Rock, Arkansas. DeSalva. Hello, beautiful from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you. Who else we got? Velma Blair from Ohio. Sherry Harvard. Facebook user Hyman, Arizona. Lori Scott uh, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Sherry Harvard from Birmingham, Alabama. What else we got? Jacqueline from Sandy Springs, Georgia. Paulette from New Jersey. Uh-oh now. Renee Upshaw from Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay. All right now. Paulette from New Jersey. Belinda. Uh-oh now. Belinda Meese from Virginia. Who else we got? Kiara's Corners. You worldwide. You listen, let me tell you something. I had people on from all across the world. We're going to get to it in a minute. We're going to get to it. Uh-oh, let me cut this off. I'm worse than the people. Denise Hawkins Mack. Francesca Duncan from Florida. Mark Dickerson, thank you, from Illinois. Mira Rios from New Jersey. What else we got coming in? I'm going to wait. Because when I get started, then everybody come in and then I won't be able to have an opportunity to slow down, okay? Going once? No, I'm just going to wait for a minute. Yeah, so Mark Dickinson from Illinois and Sharice Whitaker from Rochester, New York. And we've got Barbara Williams from Atlanta, Georgia. Good evening. We've got Miria Rios. Good evening. Okay. Okay, very good. All right. Well, listen, let's just jump into it and see how far we go and what we're going to be doing in this next hour. Leslie Michelle from Columbia, South Carolina. Kari Jesus. Hi, Miss Evans. Hi, Miss Vonda. How you doing, baby? Karen Stern from upstate New York. Okay. Marcy Henson from Central Florida. And Karen Steen from upstate New York. So let me start off by talking. Donna Lewis from the ATL. Okay. Listen. What I'm going to talk about really deals with we got Marilyn in the house with Erica Thompson. Deals with the ATL. We've got Gloria Denson Gaddis. Okay. Love you from Arkansas. Love you more. So let me tell you about what we're going to talk about tonight. is normalizing abuse. Two groups of women that are attractive to an abuser: very young women and very and and needy women, emotionally and financially, older women. What men know is that women want companionship. That's what we were built for. We were built to be a helpmate. We were built to have a significant other, a husband in our life, and to assist him in his day to day living. But it didn't work out that way. Okay. And it did not work out that way. Why? Uh, for various reasons. Number one, uh, there are more women than men. Many of the men that are in a select pool are incarcerated, dead, gay, or married, or they just want to date young women. So that leaves a very small group of people who are eligible, just say, for instance, for a woman that's over 40. So what these men realize is that, these women, probably are financially okay. They're good, and they want a companion. And so what these men do is they make sure that their bodies are good. Now, on the flip side are older men who are financially well off, and they may date an older woman because they see her vulnerability. And as a result, these people, no matter what their occupation is, are predators emotionally. They're predators. Their intent, many times, hey, good to see you too, Henry Flake, is not honorable. And it started out, I believe, on a humble. What you mean? Let me tell you. I believe that many of these men are insecure. They never dated a lot of women when they were, younger, and so now they have gotten older, and listen to this. Johnny Ranger. Careful now, trauma statistic proves the opposite. We are targeting and expand on 70 to 80% of all areas of trauma, and based on statistical abuse against men is unreported. Wow, predators. Okay. Welfare office, whole family be on abuse recovery. Now, I don't believe I look at, no, I don't believe I look at statistics. Okay. All right. And you are also on point. So let me get to this. Okay. And I'm not just, let me say this to you, Mr. Ranger. I don't disagree with you, because when we look at it, I am probably, and I'm focusing on the smaller group of Black women, okay, of minority women. Now, when you look at that group, if you add white women into that group, okay, there may be, and these are reported abuses, and I'm gonna talk about that. Many times, women is underreported, okay? They get into a relationship. This guy starts love bombing in them. They feel like, I'm not going to date anymore, get anyone, or I'm okay with that. And case on point, I want to talk about Leslie Joanne Wayne. Her son's name is Metro Booming, and he's a producer. And what she did was basically dedicated her life to make sure that she was able to assist him, um, to assist him in his endeavors to become a producer, sometimes driving up to 8, 10, 12 hours a day. I mean, a week, and one, like from their hometown to Atlanta so that he could hook up with somebody. So say for instance, a one day trip, she might do 10 or 12 hours, and he was very successful. He hooked up with Kanye West, different rappers, and he is really good. I mean, you name it, Drake, Kanye West, Gucci Man, the works. And so, anyway, so what happened was she married, okay, or it was her boyfriend, and they committed a murder suicide, okay, and he killed her, and then he committed suicide. And many times, and I don't know these individuals, you have this set of circumstances. A woman, just, I'm done with the dating thing. I'm really good. I'm just chilling right now. Me and my son, we're doing this thing together. And all of a sudden, a man says, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? He got a nice looking mother. Are you married? Oh, no, I'm not married. He's nice looking. Right then and there, she's not married, obviously dedicated to her child, and he makes a move on her. You know what I'm saying? Sending her, asking for her number, DMing her, direct messaging, maybe getting a cell number, etc., to get close to this woman. Being very kind and nice and everything. And, there's no reason really to, say, well, I can't date this person, or, I'm going to give them an opportunity. And many times what happens is, and women, you got to stop doing this. When you get in relationships, the first thing a man say, tell me something about yourself, you know, and you want to brag on your family, your commitment, or whatever. That person many times is getting this information, and they'll use it against you later. I think that it would probably be, not hard to say that he knew that, she was committed, her son was successful, and she was driven, and she was a good woman, maybe gone to church, etc., etc. So she's right. She's right. And so then he's like, well, I can't find no good woman lie. Okay. Then, he goes in for the kill. Okay, and just sending communication to start dating her, and then is before you know it, this woman puts down her guard, and she says, well, why not, I deserve to date. And what's happening is that many times the first sign that I have seen, and these are probably limited to, many of my court cases and life in general, myself too, those men want to isolate that woman. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh, you know what? Let's move in this area. Let's get in the gated community. I don't like living in the city. Let's move outside the city. And what they're trying to do is to take this woman, okay, we're just going to use a woman in my example, and isolate her from her family and her support system. Okay. Her friends, her family. Okay. Then it starts by, if he's successful at that, something like, hey, you gained a couple pounds there. Better watch that now. Real innocuous comments. Uh-oh, you getting them auntie arms. Uh-oh, I better watch out for that. And then the woman is motivated to try her best to, combat gravity, good luck. And before you know it, it becomes systematic. It's a push pull. But baby, I love you anyway. Come on over here with them fat arms. Come on, let me jiggle on some of that. And what that does, and it's actually absolutely gaslighting, it starts to eat away at this woman's self-confidence. But then he'll pull back and say, but baby, I love you. Let's do this together. I want the best for you. And so then she feels a sense of safety. Okay, well, he got on me a little bit. I just need to, watch what I eat. Yeah, babe, listen, I'm not trying to hurt you. All I'm saying is push back off that bread a little bit. It's not healthy for you. And sometimes the advice is helpful. But then after a while, it gets to be systematic. It goes from maybe healthy criticisms to, as I had indicated earlier today, one individual has said, oh, so you got your LPN. What's that? The lowest possible nurse. What is that? And he laughed it off, but it hurt this young lady because she felt, here I am sacrificing. I've had a child. I'm trying to go back to school, get better. And then, here he does this jab at me. And I said, babe, I got this, you know, lowest paying nurse. That's what you are. And what it is he knows, and this is what I'm limiting to, because he or she knows that person is afraid to leave the relationship. Why? Because when it happened the first time, it was overlooked. Not only are they afraid to leave the relationship, they're going to continue to allow that person to do that. How do you know? Because they've done it before. And they always want to say that they can replace you. And the fear of that makes people, women in my situation, accepting of it. And then they begin to hide it. They don't mention it to anybody. Girl, I haven't talked to you in a while. Oh, just been busy, me and a boo. You know what I'm saying? They're hiding it. They're not telling their family. They're not telling their friends. And all of a sudden they start to withdraw. You see, you know what? The last, I don't want to say nothing. But the last time I was out with, you and your girl Kayla, she was looking at me. And I know that's been your girl and everything, but I don't feel comfortable. And I started to check her about that. Starting to make bridges between you and your family. And then you start to question their loyalty, their commitment to you. I got my good thing, and now she act like she want my good thing because I know she's unhappy in her marriage, and or I know that she's single. So all of a sudden, what that man in my situation is doing, could be a woman, is planting a seed of doubt. And that person is trying to build a bridge between you and your family, your friends. Baby, it just should be me and you against the world. You know what I'm saying? Just us. I mean, they want you then for some reason to ostracize your family and friend, to choose me. We are one. Choose me. And they will use religion. What God has put together, let no man break apart. Okay? God did this. And that's the problem. We want monopolizes your time all the time. Then after a while, whether it's real or not, that woman begins to perceive that maybe this is going on. Maybe my girl is trying to hit on my man. Okay, maybe she do want my man. This is my man. And babe, I noticed that the other day. See, I told you, you want me to handle that, and it's not even genuine. But what he's doing is trying to build a wedge, you know. I don't think your son like me. Well, why do you say that? Well, every time, I see him, he always got something to say. And it just, I don't know. I don't want to go. That's okay. Y'all go. And then you're making that person is trying to make you choose. But then when they have you isolated, they're always talking about you, saying things hurtful to you. You know, Regina Crenshaw, my daughter, is a guy trying to isolate her, and they live on 71st Street in Chicago. They allow this when their self esteem is low and there's nothing you can do to turn a light bulb on. Because inevitably, the more that you point this behavior out to your loved one, they're going to become very defensive. You're mad because you don't have a man. You're mad because dad left you. You're mad that you're unhappy in your relationship. When the happiness that is given to the woman, and that's what I'm using in this situation, is controlled by this man. I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna give you some happiness on Friday. We go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a little happiness. We'll go out to the club. I'm the one that controls whether or not you're happy or not. Okay. I do that. But I also control whether you're gonna be miserable or not. So what you're doing in those situations is empowering this man to have control and dominion over you, you know, with his words. You know what I'm saying? He can make you feel like you in heaven, or he can make you feel like you in hell. And you have given that person that power, whether that's a male or female relationship, because you're familiar with them. You may be compatible with them. Maybe you both are in the same profession, or maybe you both, attend the same church, or maybe you both grew up together. So there is probably some kind of history that's bonding you there. And you begin to say, well, I'm gonna overlook it. Seriously. Uh, think about this. Everybody can be perfect, okay? And you can't have it all. So you begin to overlook it. Well, he's not beating me. Okay, thank God. He's not financially taking advantage of me. It's just that he's trying to make me understand that, a lot of the people are jealous of me and they want to be me, and he's my protector. And what happens is, to please this man, in my circumstance, it could be a woman, when she makes those statements, she is rewarded. I told you, you catching on now. You catching on. I told you Lindsay was not your friend. I told you to watch your mama. I told you to watch your son. Come on over here, baby. I love you. Come on, I love you. And because that person wants to, they want gratification. They want from that individual, did I do good? Yeah. So what'd you tell her? You not going out? No, I'm staying home with you. See, that's what I'm saying. See, this baby, you getting this, because that's how we got to be. See, you've been alone so long, you don't know how to navigate in the marriage, and I'm just trying to, in a relationship, and I'm just trying to let you know what you need to do. And what that does, it's starting to eat at her self-esteem, or his. But you start to say, well, he's not beating me or taking my money. I can potentially deal with this. It's even worse when that man is in a position of power. Say he is the person with the most money. So you look like, well, he giving me money, he paying my car note, he buying me all of these nice things. He just wants me to be better. It's not that he wants to put me down. He's just trying to show me a better way. And what that individual does, whether or not they have money or not, you know, they're controlling you emotionally. There is no greater high than to control another individual. Think about that. I can make that person happy. I can make them sad just with my words. I'm that guy. I'm that woman. I can have a person on the brink of suicide just from my words, what I say. I know I got it going on. Yeah, I leave him or she if she tried to leave, but they'll kill themselves. I got them. What is that to say? What is that to say when you have superior power over a person emotionally to misuse it, to abuse that, to know that that person comes to you for love, for guidance, for stimulation, for companionship, and to withhold it in an attempt to control their behavior is terrible. But we do that. We do that, especially when it's an uneven financial situation. That man, if he's the one with the money, he is going to attempt to, you know, uh, placate you with gifts, with trips, etc., to conform, to make you conform. I need you to be the way I want you to be. But what about the way I am? That's not enough for you? Now, I just want to enhance who you are. No, let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you. Love me for who I am. I don't need at 58 years old somebody to try to make me over. I'm not going to be a person's muse. I am not going to uh, be allow a man to mold me into something that he wants me to be. But when you start to see this initially, you have to address it. You have to address it. But because we're busy with our day to day responsibilities, growing our business, growing our practice, we overlook it. We just concentrate really on the fulfilling nature of the relationship. Maybe the text messages, maybe the physical stimulation, maybe the mental stimulation, maybe going to church or going to the synagogue or the mosque, or we just concentrate on that. It could be worse. This man could have women running in and out the house, and it could be worse. So, you know what? It's okay. No, seriously, it's okay. No, it's all right. No, seriously. I know you didn't mean that. And I'm just being too sensitive. And you're right. I've been alone in a relation and I've been alone so long that, I'm not willing to give. And you're right. And maybe sometimes you can, receive and you should receive constructive criticism. But when it becomes a pattern of belittling you. Oh, I love that dress. That's pretty. Had them granny arms, huh? Them aunties. You got them aunties. Show and make you want to take off the outfit. You look good. Oh, but that belly. I'm gonna exercise and and even if you do, it's gonna be something else. Oh, I was looking at stuff about him. Hair. She got long, pretty hair. Your hair is kind of thinning. Baby, can you do something about that? And before you know it, who you are, you feel as though you're inadequate, you're not enough. So you say, okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna get a tummy tuck. I'm gonna get a perm. I'm gonna get a wig. I'm gonna get extension. I'm gonna do everything, and it's still not enough. Why? Because that individual is trying to break you emotionally. They're not celebrating your uniqueness. You know, it may be things that you and I may see in a man, like he got a fat stomach, bald head, whatever else. Okay, but we ain't trying to throw shade. We like, oh, that's all right. You ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But these individuals will do this to destroy you. And before you know it, you have isolated yourself. You have no longer, your friends don't want to deal with you because they see how you're allowing this man to manipulate you. Your family, they just so broken. You call them, I'm tired of this, and then you stop. Then you call them, I'm tired of this. And after a while, it's just too much. It's too much. And you just say, oh my God, I'm over my head. And then the pattern escalates. It escalates. Then that is when domestic violence, pushing and shoving, and that's when that becomes introduced. And when that becomes introduced, okay, there is a problem. Now, the issue about counseling, many times, and this is something that I see among many Black men, will say, I'm not going to no counseling. I ain't crazy. I'm not doing that. That going to counseling for crazy people. I'm not crazy. So they won't enlist because they don't believe that there's anything wrong with their behavior. See, in order for you to want to change, you have to acknowledge that there's a problem. But if you think that everything is good and that what you're doing is okay, why won't you go to the doctor? Oh, it's 10:30. It's 10:09. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna go down to emergency, see what they doing down there. I'm not going to a doctor if I don't need to. So if my belief is that physically I'm together, um, I don't need counseling, I'm okay, then they're not going to get counseling. I ain't going to no brainwashing so they can brainwash me and get paid and tell me all of these things. No, I'm not doing that. And if that's what you want to do, I'm not doing it. And if that's what you want, look, this relationship is over. I said I'm not going, and that's the end of it. And if you keep pressing me, to hell with this. No, don't, no. I'm sorry. I won't bring it up again. And what happens is you don't. Why? Because that person is not going to go, and you don't want problems. You got enough. You working, you juggling a million things uh, at a time, and you want to believe it's gonna get better, and that is a problem. It's not. I want to believe that it will get better if I put a wig on, if I get my stomach done, if I get my body done, if I don't talk so much. I can, he'll make me into what he wants me to be, and then we'll live happily ever after. Facebook user. My daughter's in a very situation. She married a man that hates and disrespects her. She doesn't talk to me or allow me to talk to my granddaughter, and that, please help me. But at least twice a year, he visits family. She never visits me or checks on me, etc. Many times, in order to control that person, they will try isolate them from their mother, from their family. And then what they'll do, you ready? They're going to say, see, my family's loving. We're kind. We don't do that. Don't you wish you had a family like me? Don't, so that you then become jealous or envious of what he has. And so you go along with the brainwashing with their family. Maybe they have money and they see you. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Listen, let's go get a facial together. I want to take you, my daughter. I love you. and they start doing all these wonderful things with you financially. Um, you know, uh, doing very nice things that maybe you did not come from a financially affluent family. And then you begin to believe, wow, my family really does suck. All they're trying to do is get you to conform to what they want you to be. That's it. They want to brainwash you. They don't want the authentic you. They want the whitewashed you. They want to create you. They want you to be the muse. Lisa Tucker said, "Oh my God, you just described me 15 years ago. What can I do to make your family happy?" Well, when I brought, when Sean was growing up, one thing Sean loves, you know what? He loves a soft spoken woman. Let me just say this to you. My grandmother was soft spoken and she could get anything from Sean, anything. You know what? All she had to do was, she's very soft spoken, but please don't raise her because that'll anger him. Just a word of advice. And before you know, you begin to feed into that. Oh, well, mom just put me on game. So I'm going to adopt that in my family. Oh, listen, Sean hates a drinker. Oh my God, his grandmother had a drinking problem. And you know what? He really hated that. Wait a minute, hold on for a minute. And your family over here, alcoholics getting it in, but they good people. You understand what I'm saying? And then you start to look at your family as they're not good enough. Why? Because the things that person's mother has pointed out to you really is where you come from. And so you begin to hate who you become. Let me say this to you. There are many things in each of our lives that we wish we could change. But let me say this to you. They are who made you who you are today. Believe it or not, I wouldn't change anything because I know that what I have endured has given me a platform to be able to speak to women and other people in situations that had I not endured it, I would not be sensitive to it. And my belief is that my what I have endured, if I share that with you, it may prevent you from going through what I endured. So I believe in transparency and I believe in using your testimony to elevate others so that they don't make the same mistake. Okay? So, in that vein, if I had had a life that I had envisioned for me, there would be things I couldn't have dealt with. I couldn't have dealt with death. I couldn't have dealt with divorce. I could not have dealt with issues at my job. I could not have dealt with friends betraying me. There's a lot I could not have dealt with had I not lived through it. And I'm saying this to say you have to be careful. When people don't want the authentic you and they want you to become something that they choose for you, that's not the person for you. I don't care how good looking, I don't care how wealthy, I don't care what they have. You got to say goodbye. But wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I just met this man. I don't have a lot of money. He took me to the mall. He bought me all new clothing. He we eat at the finest restaurants. I'm learning so much, and what he's doing is that is bait to get you to assimilate to what he wants because you want more. I mean, it's flattering, isn't it? I mean, look what Kanye West did. He took the young lady out and bought her all new clothes, and we're going to be together. And what he was doing is using it as a tool to control her. I want more of that. Well, if you want more of that, you better act better and watch. And if you make me happy, then I'll give you more. And then what happens? He said, I don't want to be bothered with you no more. But I did everything. I mean, you told me to, everything I did. Listen, I even wrote it down when I did it. I'm moving on. It's not fun anymore. You're boring. Why? Because you did this, you did exactly what he told you to do, and it was the wrong thing. You took the bait. You took the bait. You should have said, baby, listen, you know what? Oh, you want to get me all new clothes? Wow. But let me just say this to you, honey. I like the things that I have, and I want to work toward them. But I really appreciate the offer, you know. But I'm just at a different place right now. Huh? You mean I can't control you with my money, with the things that I want? No, I'm sorry. I'm just not interested right now. Think about this. You got to imagine how, here Kanye is buying all these women, all these clothes and all these things and, having them, I want you to look a certain way. And then when he get tired, he dump them. But his wife, Kim, over here with Pete Davidson and ain't doing none of the above. And she going crazy because everybody want what they can't have. The forbidden fruit is the sweetest. Why? Because it's forbidden. When you start to allow and become what someone else wants and you give up your uniqueness, you become discarded. Why? Because all they wanted to do was break your personality, control you. I'm controlling the judge. I'm controlling the lawyer. I'm controlling PT Cruiser. I'm controlling Lisa Tucker. I've got control over her. And that is the end game. I asked a man one time, what do you do when you date a gold digger? If you give her the gold, you become the miner. That means that you can control her. What's a couple dollars? So Kanye spent $1 million on somebody's wardrobe. That ain't nothing. But in return, I'm like, oh my God. And then the discard. Well, I don't want, but what did I do? What did I do? Just if you tell me what I do, I will fix it. Why? Because it's a drug. The nice clothes, the handbags, this insatiable sex, the constant texting. I don't want that back. Please. We start bargaining. Don't do this to me. Whatever, I will change. I promise I will do whatever you want. And then what we're doing is we are basically signing over our life to someone else who is dysfunctional, don't know what the hell they doing. They might got a couple dollars. Okay, so what? They might got a nice body, but they're not in a position to recreate you because you are uniquely made. Uniquely made. God made you the way that he made you for a reason. And you're willing to give up who you are, who you struggle to become, to make another person happy. Shame on you. Don't ever get to that point in your life where you are willing to say, look what you have lived through. Okay? Baby, we have all been there. Okay? All right, let me say this to you. In this city of Detroit, I thank God. I thank God. You know what I thank God for? That they had returnables on cans. Because it was many days I didn't have enough money to get to work. And I lived down the street. Because I'm trying to rob Peter to pay Paul to do things that to pay for things that I wanted my children to have or that I wanted to have. And that's part of me. I'm unique because of that. I remember being in a position where I got ball tires, and you go get them tires. You know what I'm saying? On 8 Mile in Detroit, them little $20 tires with about that much tread in them, and thought you was doing good when you went to Sam's Club and got a tire that worked. And if the front tire was messed up, you took the back tires and put them on the front tires. Listen, we survived. And now you have become resilient. You starting your business. You are being that person. Why? Because you had to crawl before you walk, and you're going to throw that away so that someone can make you over. I'm all right. I may not be what you need, but I'm all right for me. Stop allowing people to do that. But Vonda, you're a diamond. You're just a little rough, and I just wanted to polish you. Let me say this to you. At 58 years old, I am who I am, and I'm proud of it. There may be some things if I could change, I would want. I do think, but I don't have that ability. And as a result of everything that I have gone through, I love me for that. Because, see, let me explain this to you. The Bible said, I done been a base and I done been a bound. That means I done had money and I've been broke. Let me tell you this. If it get tight, I know what I know how to pull out my big pot and put that spaghetti in there. You know, stretch it for a whole week. Okay? I know what to do. I know how to make that chili. Okay, I know what to do. I know how to put the beans that you done ate for 3 days and then you turn around and put them in the chili and eat them for 3 more. I know how to do that. And I'm a better woman because I am, because I kept moving. I didn't have the time or the inclination to cry over what I needed to do. I needed it done. And thank God, I was able to find a tire shop that was able to fix my ball tire and able to take the back one from the front one. And maybe if every now and then things got really good, I was able to go to Sam's and get some tires. But I'm thankful for that because I got through. And when you are a good steward over a little, keep that hoopty clean. Keep it clean like you can eat off of it. Keep your apartment clean. That's when God exalts you. But y'all up here crying about what you got, hoping that some man gonna deliver you so that he can take you in, control you, get rid of all your clothes, buy you new clothes, and then tell you to get on. Now you done got on a diet, you can't continue. You can't buy Louis Vuitton. You can't buy Gucci. You can't buy Christian Louboutin. But he done gave it to you all at once, and now he's saying, see you later. And then what you doing? What you say? What is it I got to do? Please just tell me. I swear. Then you begin to start bargaining because you don't want to leave that life. I remember having dated a gentleman, and it was so terrible. So he moves to Florida. And when we got there was an EMS truck. And this young girl jumped off the balcony of her apartment of her 68-year-old boyfriend. She's 25 because she didn't want to go back to her life. I'm not going back. I don't want to go back to getting in lifts. I don't want to go back to that life. Had a wonderful life, a beautiful life. The places there were $1 million places. She didn't want to go back because that person was able to bring her into a lifestyle that she couldn't afford and that she became accustomed to. And then all of a sudden he decided, I don't want to be in a situation anymore. She couldn't handle it and she killed herself. That's a very extreme circumstance. That is why don't ever let nobody put you on a diet you can't afford. Oh no, baby. Cristal with our dinner every day. Oh no, I'm sorry. No way. Listen, before you know it, then they give you the discard and all you can do is afford some 40 ounces and then you looking crazy when he gone. Phone weighing, oh my goodness, here go my phone. It weighed 1,000 pounds because you want to get back in that life. I don't want none of that because it's a setup to control you because there will be a discard. What makes you so unique that this person gonna pick you up buy you all of these wonderful clothes, move you into $1 million mansion. And how do you know it's not going to be somebody younger and better the next time? Well, I'm here to tell you it will be. So you better get what you can in terms of a business. Oh no, honey, we don't need to do all that. Let's open a business. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm interested in this. Would you think about maybe, financing a business? So when you leave, see you later, me and my business gonna keep going. Bottom line. But what these men want you to do is to transform a worker bee into a honeybee. What is your end game? Your end game is to make that woman so dependent upon you that whatever you think you want her to do, she will do it in order to stay in that lifestyle. And then there's the discard. 5 years later, 10 years later, I just don't want to be here anymore. And what do you have? Beautiful clothes, beautiful handbags, wonderful memories. And now you got to go back to what you can afford, which is a 1 bedroom apartment in the neighborhood that you grew up in. Girl, listen, sorry. Okay. No, I want to open up a business. You know what I'm saying? I like what they're doing, hair extension. I want to be able to do that. And you know what? I want to be able to do those eyebrows, the tattooing. Get you a business. But my point being to you is that men will do this, and I'm using men in this situation, to control you. Tell you another thing they won't do. Oh, no, you don't have to have any money. I'll give you credit cards. But I need you to be where I need you to be, so you can't really work. Oh, well, we've got a 3 o'clock at the yacht club. You're not going to be able to come. So that man becomes your life. And he doesn't want you to start a business. He wants to be your life, your assignment. And he wants you to be on call 24/7. Michelle Pembroke said, I sold the bags and kept my business. Okay. No, honey, let me explain this to you. So me and you 100. I still have a business. Oh, no, I can't go to the yacht club. Darn it. Let somebody else go. I'll watch him cancel it. Okay, 2 things he gonna do. He gonna go with you or he gonna go without you. That's fine. Or go take somebody else. That's all right. See you later. Okay, bye-bye. All right, because I'm not gonna die from that. You cannot give up your business. Because what that person wants to do is use money to control you. And you don't put your life all on hold for him. Then you have the flip side. Okay. Yes, he wants to be your business. Yeah, that's right. He is your job. Like you and I, many of the ladies here, we get up every day. We jump in the shower, we go to work, and we work 8 hours a day. That's what that man wants. I am your job. You get up in the morning, you put your makeup on, you are there to entertain me. You're my entertainment. What do you want to do? You want to go running? You are his job. But the thing about it is that once that man is not engaged again properly, or that he's tired of, just doing these things with you, then there will come the discard. So what you got to do is maintain what you have and don't let somebody come in and all of a sudden you get rid of your business. Let me say this to you. If I met a man tomorrow, well, baby, I need you to give it to your business. Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. I need you to give your home up. No, I'm sorry. That is not going to work. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Why? Because what in the event that this situation does not work out, I have nothing. And if a man loves you, they're going to encourage you to grow. That's what people want to see, growth. And so when you have a man who is jealous of you, I've got to say that man in Atlanta, he was jealous of that woman. He was jealous of the relationship that she had with her son. He was jealous of the status that they had achieved. And what he wanted to do was to break her down. And what did he do? He ultimately killed her. And then he killed himself. But nobody saw that. Oh, no, no, no. He ain't gonna do nothing like that. Let me say this to you. Anytime a person desires to completely control you emotionally, you better run from them. I don't care what, you better run from them. Let me put y'all on game. Y'all know this. Do you know you cannot have anything? You can be damn near poverty, and somebody rich can be jealous of you because you got a peace of mind. Because wherever you find yourself, you okay, and they can be jealous of you. Stop thinking that, well, I ain't got nothing. They ain't jealous of me. They jealous of how you able to keep on going. No matter what dart is thrown at you, you keep going. And they're jealous of that. And they want to break you down. And as Gloria Haynes said, you better run fast. Predators come in all types and sizes, male, female, rich, poor. And many times these people are broken. And their calling card is their wealth. You know, I want to read. I want you to be my muse. I want you to change your hair color. I want you to start wearing a certain type of fashion that I like, very upscale. I want you to only eat at certain restaurants. They want to control you. And you cannot let a person do that. Hey, you got to have boundaries. Listen, you know what? I would really love to, but unfortunately, I can't go out of town with you. Unfortunately, I've got my business. You know what I'm saying? Look, you keep it moving, okay? I'm saying, be nice about it. But girl, I'm just going to close my business down. Listen, and I am going to just go ahead and go with him. I don't care. And then what happens? You stop showing up for your business mentally. You so concerned about being with him that the things that you had planned, some 8 o'clock meetings because y'all was up all night drinking and having sex, you can't show up. You want to expand your business with some money, but he wants you to go to the islands with him, and you say, well, okay, I'm gonna put that off. And then you start living for his approval. That is what, and that is dangerous because businesses are so competitive. You can't be thinking about worrying about him. Is he going to leave me? Is he going to abandon me? Is he going to discard me? You need to be thinking about creative ways to expand your business. I'm with you, Michelle. Let's make a movie series. I know that's right. And what we need to be doing, and what I hope that I'm doing, and I love you all for doing and sharing with me, is that we have to challenge each other to be better. We got to challenge each other to say, you know what? Maybe out of that 58 minutes and 14 seconds, it wasn't a lot that I got from her. But you know what? I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to, just, put everything to a side to make this man happy. Because if he real, he going to help you with your business. He going to say, baby, listen, let's take this to the next level. He's going to say, you want to expand it, and you talking about getting these contractors and everything. Baby, I think that maybe me and you can do that. I think that maybe me and you could do that. We could do it together. Let's watch TikTok. Look, let's sit up one night. We're going to watch TikTok together, and we're going to figure out how to expand the business. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Come on. Okay. He's going to want to help you do your thing. And he's not going to make you choose. And anytime a man uses abandonment and discard to punish you, that's not a man you need to be with. But ladies, you got to peep this early in the game. And when you see it start to be a pattern, you got to stop it. Because that kind of abuse is like cancer. It'll eat away at you. And ultimately it's going to kill you. And you don't see it. Oh no, I guarantee you this. You cannot tell me that she probably did not believe this man was capable of this. A murder suicide, that's deep. You don't know what nobody is capable of. Many years ago, oh, maybe 30 years ago, uh, a lawyer killed his wife because he wanted to be with another woman. You don't know what people are capable of. But what you do know are the signs of abusive behavior, the verbal abuses, the condescending remarks. Oh, look at them auntie arms. Oh, look at that hair. Remember you said in pretty hair? Look at your hair now. Girl, you done picked up too much weight. It's so condescending that after a while, it starts to eat at the essence of you. When you got a real man, hey Garrett, what's up from Hawaii? When you got a real man, that man says, baby, I don't care what you got. I want to build with you. I want to be able to whatever it is. I don't know the law, but I know that, we need to build a better bathroom. I don't know the law, but I know that we need to get your steps fixed at your job, but I want to enhance what you're doing. Stop making men make you feel you got to choose. You got to choose the way I want, or you out the door. If you don't lose 15 or 20 pounds, guess what? I can't be with you. And then you start bargaining. Don't do that. And it's all a ploy to control you. And as a result, your business is suffering. As a result, your relationship with your family and friends who have been there all your life is suffering or has deteriorated. And then when this person discards you, you're going to run back to your friends and they're going to be like, girl, that's okay. I'm sorry. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? You had no use for us. And the symptom is systematic to make you to break you away from your family, isolate you, break you down, make you into what they want you to be, and you become a prisoner. The things that you used to like and the things that you used to do, you dare not think to do that, because that means that you are going to upset the person that I love, and I just can't do them. Now, obviously, if it's something negative like doing fentanyl or doing some drugs or excessive alcohol, I can understand that. But I'm just saying the things that you might used to do. You know what? I used to like to go to the mall, but I don't want to do that because, I don't want to, he going to be mad at me. I used to like to go skating with my girlfriends, but I don't want to do that anymore because then he going to get mad. Michelle Pembroke said, then dump you for the younger trip and/or go to somebody else. Because see, that man that had her, let me say this to you. 9 times out of 10, he probably was a good looking man using his sex appeal as his calling card to get all up in her head, got all up in her head. And then when he realized that this wasn't working no more, then look what happens. It went too late. And so my point to you ladies is that if you begin to see this and be objective, look at your life like your girlfriends. Write it down. You know what abuse is. You know when somebody is being snide or always has something condescending. Write it down. Well, let me just look. Yeah, since March, he done said something about my weight, my hair, my fat stomach, about 19 times. Yeah. Damn, I didn't even realize it. Why? Because you become immune to it. Because you're normalizing it. Because you want to allow the good times to outweigh the bad times in your mind. And they're not. And you know they're not. But you just don't want to fail. The way he makes me feel, it's just worth everything. And I don't want to go back to being alone. I don't want to go back to not being protected again. So I'm going to go along with what he says. I mean, it's not that much. Girl, stop. No, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that there is not room for growth. I'm saying when you have to compromise the essence of who you are in order to make someone else happy, hurt people hurt people. I mean, look at Kanye. He out here buying all these, dumping these women. Hurt people, baby. Take that time to heal, son. You rushing into relationships because you got to prove to somebody that you can get a baddie and a hottie. No, baby, I got to heal. I'm not dating nobody. I got to heal. I'm going to still look good. I'm going to go out, but I got to heal so that the next relationship is the right relationship. And that's where we need to be. But we're normalizing abuse because we don't want to let go. We don't want to let go. We like the foot rubs. We like the cuddling at night. We like the hot, passionate sex. We like the trips to the mall. We love fine dining. And those are things that they use as bait to abuse us, to break us down to nothing. And the more you deteriorate psychologically, you broken. That's not what I liked. You're not even attractive to me anymore. You cry all the time. You're drunk. Look at you. That's not what I was drawn to. And you broke it because you tried to be something that you're not. And as a result, it didn't work. You can fake the funk only so much, baby. You can fake it only so much. I don't care if you got the beautiful, long, beautiful wig that costs 1,000, 2,000, whatever. I don't care. You got your BBL. I don't care how good it is on the outside. But it feels like you in a prison on the inside because it's not who you are. Because you've changed to accommodate somebody else. That's not love. A person love you when they say, baby, let's grow together. Okay, we both need to lose a couple pounds, but listen, I love you anyway. Get over here. But if that's got to be the focal point of my conversation, every time I see you, you want to talk about my auntie arms and my fat stomach, then you get the hell on and don't come around me. That's just it. You ain't got to come around me. But y'all so afraid to be alone. But then he ain't going to call me no more. I ain't going to tell. I'm just going to accept it. And you normalize it because you want the pattern of love, of reward to continue. You better than that, sis. All I know is that was a horrific situation. And now her child is left behind. Because what happens is it's like this. It's like getting in quicksand. The more you move, the quicker you sink. At some point in time, you got to say, listen, it's inviting. Oh, you want me to get rid of all my clothes and get all new? That is so inviting. Well, what's your end game? You want me to give up my business so we can travel the world? What's your end game? You want me to do everything you say? What's your end game? You know what I'm saying? You want to make passion love all night? What's your end game? You want me to stop being with my family and friends? What's your end game? And I'm going to tell you, they're trying to control you, manipulate you, and they will ultimately discard you. I prayed that it would never be anything this horrific. But the point of it is, I got to believe that she didn't think that this was going to be this way either. It was a whirlwind romance. They know what to do. They call you at night after the date. You get in? All right, baby, I love you. They first thing in the morning, they texting you. I miss you. I can't be with you. I want to be with you. And they know that part of your life is missing, that they want to jumpstart it. And they know what to do. And then before long, they begin to withhold that love that they gave to entice you, to control you. Always ask, what's the end game? What's the end game, baby? Ultimately, what is it, baby? Well, I just, when we go to a certain place, I want you to look, okay, that's okay. You can buy me an outfit or two, but you ain't getting rid of all my clothes. I'm not selling my house. Not that anybody would even ask me. That's okay. But I'm saying stop putting your life, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals on hold to make somebody else whole. Because that's not what men do that love women. You understand? Let me just leave this with you. When a man loves a woman, ain't nothing that he won't do for that woman. But if a man does not love a woman, it ain't enough that she can do to make him love her. So, ladies, listen. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing with you. Thank you so much for being so transparent. And we're healing together. I am revealing things, you're revealing things, and as a result, we're all growing. And we're growing and we're seeing the growth in each other. So listen, I look forward to seeing you next week, God willing, with something else. And as I said, um, inbox me. Let me know what it is you want to talk about, what you think will be interesting. Give me some topics and let me know. And or send them to me at vondaslaw@gmail, vondaslaw@gmail. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type that into the comment. I don't know how to do it here, but it's called vondaslaw@gmail. Somebody type that into the comments for me, please. Vonda's Law. Okay, here we go. Vonda's Law at gmail.com. Okay. And I just put it in there. Okay, I just did that. Thank you so much. I just put it in there. And if there's some things that you like, I check my email like every 10 minutes, because that's my business email. But if it's something that you'd like to talk about, an issue, an area, you don't have to go into detail. Thank you, ladies, so much for doing that. Send it to me and let me be able to do my research. And I want you to be able to come on. This isn't big me. This is little us, all trying to heal and be better women. And I look forward to this dialogue. I always say, "Oh my goodness, is this? Do people think I'm crazy?" But when I come on, I feel that we're growing together. And I feel that I've grown as a result of looking at the comments and sharing things. And I hope that, my perspective is helped in some way. But until next week, I love you guys. And remember, send me an email, let me know. And share this if it's somebody you think needs to see it. And let me say this to you, please. You can't force change on anybody. If they call, listen. And if they have an opportunity, let them see it. But don't force it, because if you run after a wounded animal, it's going to run from you, not run to you. And many times the people in our families have been wounded and broken so that if we try to chase them with the truth, they're going to run from us and not run to us. So sometimes you just want to be there for them and, just listen. But at some point in time, you got to guard your mind too. So share it to your page, send it to somebody, and have a blessed evening.